All right, guys, we're going to go through a specific heat problem. So this is the example from the PowerPoint. I'm just going to go through it a little slowly for you guys. All right, the temperature of a 150.3 gram piece of copper increases from 15 degrees Celsius to 63 degrees Celsius. So when it absorbs 1,356 joules of heat, what is the specific heat of copper? So we have our specific heat problem right here. Remember, C is specific heat itself. Q is going to be the heat. So again, the heat can be in joules or calories. In this case, it's in joules. M is going to be our mass, and delta T is going to be the change in temperature. Okay, so what we're given in the problem and what we need to know. C, the specific heat, is our unknown because it's asking what is the specific heat of copper, so we know that that's what we're solving for. Q, again, is our heat. That is 1,356 joules. Remember, this can also be in calories. It doesn't really matter, whatever the problem is giving you. M is our mass. We were given the mass as 150.3 grams of copper. Copper is Cu, so I'm just going to abbreviate it there real quick. And delta T, that is the change in temperature, okay? Remember, delta is always the change of something. So T stands for temperature. Delta, this little triangle, that is always going to be the change of something, okay? So it's going to be the final minus the initial temperature, okay? So 63.0 degrees Celsius minus 15.0 degrees Celsius equals 48.0 degrees Celsius, okay? So that's going to be our delta T. All right, now if we're plugging all of this in, C, again, that is what we're solving for. We're solving for the specific heat. So Q is 1,356 over 150.3 grams, that is our mass, times delta T, which is 48.0 degrees Celsius. Okay, now if we're going to do this, first multiply 150.3 times 48 degrees Celsius and then divide that by 1,356. So if we solve this problem correctly, the specific heat would wind up being 0.18795 joules per grams Celsius. But if we go back to our sig figs, in all of our answers, we have 4 sig figs, we have 4, and then we have 3 right here. So we need to round this answer down to 3 sig figs, which would be 0.188 joules per grams in Celsius. Okay, so this is going to be your final answer. And make sure when you guys are labeling your final, if the problem gives you the specific heat or the heat itself in calories, that this would be calories per grams of, at Celsius, okay?